Good afternoon and welcome to 11 Alive News at 4 o'clock. It's been a very long 6 days. A lot of us have been having issues with our water, but we might be close to seeing some residents and businesses get that water back on and try to get back on your feet. We know that it's been impacting so many people.
But some progress today, which is the good news. This was a day, in fact, of some major developments. Here's where the Atlanta water crisis stands right now tonight. Mayor Andre Dickens announcing water services have been fully restored across the city. So, of course, the big area of concern, the intersection of West Peachtree Street and 11th Street. This morning, work on the water main break at that location was finally finished. There is still a boil water advisory in effect for a large portion of central Atlanta. Officials say it will take about 18 hours for the State Environmental Protection Division to determine if the boil water advisory can be lifted.
And we do have team coverage for you again tonight on the water crisis. Coming up, Joe Ripley is looking at what sort of financial losses are in store for businesses. But first, we want to get things over to Grace King, who has more on how city leaders are working to bring this crisis to an end. Grace, city leaders believe the worst is over. That's good news. But what happens now with the federal help that they've requested?
It's going to keep coming. We know the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is here assessing the water system. Tomorrow, FEMA will arrive in Atlanta. They're going to work with local leaders to create a resiliency plan so that these water woes won't continue to happen. As the Midtown water main repair reaches its final stages, the discussion on what to do next is just getting off the ground.
There's so much infrastructure development that needs to be done.
Mayor Andre Dickens acknowledging those concerns Wednesday morning.
Every city in America has aging infrastructure, and we will rise to meet this moment to ensure that residents and businesses alike have reliable access to water.
He says the solution starts with a blue ribbon panel of experts, including former Mayor Shirley Franklin, the Atlanta Chamber of Commerce CEO, and a handful of professors from Georgia Tech, each with unique experience handling water issues.
While this is indeed a big challenge, we have an unmatched big brain trust right here in this city.
They'll be tasked with implementing recommendations from FEMA and the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers.
We're going to go at this proactively to start moving in the right direction to replace as much of the broken or older infrastructure that we have.
Dickens says the necessary improvements will likely require billions in support from the federal government.
It's not going to be a small number.
Plus, funding from Atlanta itself.
We have a capital improvement plan that City Council and the administration have approved. I think it's time for us to relook at that.
He says it's a critical investment in the future of the city.
For our everyday citizens, our residents, all of us deserve to have clean drinking water.
And this isn't a problem where there's that one-size-fits-all kind of solution, but rather a lot of different pieces coming together to try and prevent some of these problems. Coming up at 5, we'll show you a new pilot program. They're starting right here in Midtown. Live in Midtown, Grace King, 11 Alive News.
All right, Grace, thanks for that update. And the Midtown water main break causing a massive disruption and in some cases, damage for those who live and work in the area. It also forced a lot of businesses to close and cost them tens of thousands of dollars. As 11 Alive's Joe Ripley reports tonight, business owners are relying on insurance to cover some of the cost and also expecting the city to chip in.
Sam Wayman watched the work all week long.
We got water.
Yay! His sarcasm felt outside his restaurant, the Steamhouse Lounge. For nearly a week, the restaurant has withstood water damage from a broken main. Now, Wayman's watching his bottom line.
I guess we've lost about, 60 grand. It's been tough. We've been closed, since Friday night.
Midtown Alliance says it's still too early to know the total financial impact of the water main break at West Peachtree and 11th Street. Some businesses were able to operate with minimal disruption, but others, like 11th Street Pub, were in the direct crosshairs of the water main break. Millions of gallons of gushing water, busted windows, caused thousands of dollars in damage, and closed the bar indefinitely.
Water might have come into their business, or it might have impacted some operations directly.
Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens says Invest Atlanta started a small business recovery fund of $5 million to help impacted businesses.
While repairs have been completed here at West Peachtree and 11th Street in Midtown, it could take several more hours for the water to become drinkable again and for the road to open back up.
I have water, but nobody can get here.
For Sam Wayman, the road to reopening has no firm timeline. In Atlanta, Joe Ripley, 11 Alive News.
And to hear Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens' full remarks on the latest water main break repairs, head over right now to 11 Alive Plus. It is free to download in your app store.